Welcome back to Vedakarna. In today's video, we're building a fully interactive Power BI sales dashboard. From raw data to professional visuals, KPIs, and smart slicers. This dashboard features an automatic color theme, keeping every visual clean, professional, and perfectly consistent across all insights. Let's build this complete dashboard from scratch in Power BI. Let's begin with the very first step. These are the Excel sheets we'll use to build our dashboard in Power BI. Open the Power BI application, create a new blank Power BI report, and click to start importing the data. Select these Excel file. In the Navigator window, choose the required 2 sheets and click on Load. Once the data is loaded, you can see all the imported tables here. Next, edit data in Power Query Editor. Once the data is imported, right-click on the table and open the Power Query Editor. Here we can see all the imported columns. Now, let's start with some basic data preparation. From the Date column, we'll create a few new columns: day, year, month, and month name. First, select the Date column. Go to the Add Column tab, choose Date, and then select Day. In the same way, add new columns for year, month, and month name. Next, to keep our visuals clean and readable, we'll extract only the first 3 characters from the month name. Select the month name column, go to the Transform tab, click on Extract, choose First Characters, enter 3, and click OK. Now let's bring additional product details using Merge Queries. Since we already have the product ID in this table, we'll use it as the key and uncheck the product ID column while selecting the remaining product-related columns. Everything looks good now. Let's click Close and Apply to save the changes. Next, let's create calculated columns and measures. Now it's time to add some calculated columns. First, we'll create 2 new columns: Total Buying Value and Total Selling Value. For total buying value, multiply the sold quantity by the unit buying price. Next, let's create total selling value. This will be the sold quantity multiplied by the unit selling price after applying the discount. Now, let's move on to measures. We'll create measures for profit and profit percentage. Go to Table Tools, click on New Measure, and create the profit measure. Profit equals total selling value minus total buying value. Set the profit format to whole number. Next, create the profit percentage measure. This will be profit divided by the total buying value. Format this measure as percentage. Our data preparation is now complete. Let's go back to the report view. And now, it's time to start building the dashboard visuals. Let's begin building the visuals. First, insert a rectangle shape. Resize it and place it neatly on the canvas. Apply a clean fill color and align it properly. This will act as the base layout for our dashboard. Next, let's insert the logo. Select the logo file and place it on the rectangle, and position it so it looks balanced. To give everything a professional touch, apply subtle shadow effects to both the rectangle shape and the logo image. This small detail really improves the overall look. Now, insert a text box for the dashboard header. Type Sales Dashboard. Set the font size to 44. Make it bold. Position the header properly. If required, apply a background and choose a suitable font color. And add a soft shadow effect so the title stands out. And align it with the logo. At this point, you should already see a clean and well-structured header section. Now let's move on to slicers, which make the dashboard interactive. From the Fields pane on the right, select Year, and from the Visualizations pane, choose Slicer. In the slicer format settings, change the slicer type to List and set the orientation to Vertical. Resize the slicer and adjust its position on the canvas. Next, copy and paste this slicer. Change the field to Month. Duplicate it again and select Sales Type. In the slicer format settings, change the slicer type to drop-down. In the same way, create one more slicer for payment mode. Now, let's make these slicers look clean and consistent with a custom design. Open the slicer header settings. Change the font to Calibri, make it bold, and set the font color to white. Also, change the border color to white. For the slicer values, make the text bold, set the font color to white, and apply a suitable background color. Enable the visual border, set it to white, and apply a subtle shadow effect. Use the Properties panel to set the size and position of the slicer accurately. Now, doing this formatting one slicer at a time can be quite time-consuming, so here's a very useful shortcut. Select the fully formatted slicer, go to the Home tab, click Format Painter, and then click on the other slicers. With just one click, the same formatting is applied instantly. After that, all we need to do is adjust the size and position of each slicer so they fit perfectly into the dashboard layout. To save time, we'll speed up this repetitive work by applying the same formatting in one go. You'll notice one small issue here. The month slicer is sorted alphabetically. To fix this, go to the Data view, select the month name column. Click Sort by column and choose the month number column. Now, come back to the Report view, and the months are displayed in the correct order. Notice this. The slicer drop-down background is white, and the values aren't visible. Let's change the background color and fix this. The slicer section is now complete. Everything looks clean, interactive, and professional. Next, let's start creating the chart visuals and begin analyzing the data. Now, let's add KPI cards. This is where the key numbers really stand out. First, we'll add total selling value using a card visual. Select the card visual and let's format it properly. In the visual section, turn off the background. For the value, set the font to Calibri, make it bold, and change the size to 29. Next, format the label. Make the label bold, change the color to black, set the size to 20, and position the label at the top. Now go to the General section. Under Properties, set the exact size and position of the card. Enable the visual border. Set the border color to white and apply a subtle shadow effect. Turn off the inner border to keep the design clean. Right-click on the card and rename this KPI header as Total Sales. We'll now copy and paste this card multiple times. This way, we can maintain the same formatting for quantity, profit, and profit percentage. After pasting each card, simply update the data field and rename the header accordingly. Repeat the same steps for profit and profit percentage, and then align all the KPI cards neatly so they look balanced and professional. Now, for the quantity KPI, we need to calculate quantity based on overall sales performance. To do this, we'll use visual level filters. Drag Product ID in Filters pane. In the Filters pane, set the filter type to Top N. Choose Top based on total selling value and apply the filter. This ensures that the quantity is calculated based on overall sales contribution, giving us a more meaningful KPI. Now, let's enhance the KPIs visually by adding icons. Insert an image. Choose a suitable icon for each KPI and place it next to the card. To save time, apply the same steps for all KPI cards. You can choose any icons or images that match your dashboard theme. Consistency is what matters most here. With that, all our KPI cards are now complete. They're clean, well-aligned, informative, and visually appealing. Now, let's start visualizing and analyzing the data by creating our charts. First, we'll build the monthly sales and profit chart. To do this, add a stacked column chart to the report. From the Fields pane, month name and total selling value, and then add profit. Resize the chart and position it properly on the canvas. Now, let's format this chart to make it clean and easy to read. In the Visual Formatting section, start with the X-axis. Set the font to bold, size 9, and color black, and turn off the axis title. Next, format the Y-axis values. Make the text bold, change the font color to black, and turn off the Y-axis title as well. Move to the legend settings. Set the legend position to bottom. Make the text bold and change the font color to black. Now remove the grid lines to keep the visual clean. Turn on data labels. Next, go to the General section. Under Properties, set the exact size and position of the chart so it fits perfectly into the dashboard layout. Rename the chart title to Sales and Profit by month. Set the font size to 13.5, make it bold, and align it to the center. Apply a white visual border. Enable rounded corners with a radius of 19 pixels, and add a subtle shadow effect for depth. Now, let's format the page itself. Set the page background color to match the dashboard theme. Set transparency to 0. When we hover over the chart, we can easily see the sales values. To make this even more insightful, let's add profit percentage to the tooltip. Now, when you place the cursor over the chart, you can see sales, profit, and profit percentage together. This makes the data very easy to understand and analyze at a glance. And with that, our first chart is complete, clean, interactive, and highly informative. Now, let's continue building the remaining visuals and complete our dashboard. Next, we'll add an area chart to analyze daily sales trends. Drag day to the x-axis and total selling value to the y-axis. That's it. The area chart is created. Since we've already formatted our previous chart, we don't need to spend time formatting this again. Simply select the previous chart, click Format Painter, and apply it to this area chart. With one click, all the formatting is done. Now go to the General section, under Properties, and set the size and position properly. One small adjustment here. Change the data label's font color to black and make them bold for better visibility. Rename the chart title to Daily Sales. Next, let's add a clustered bar chart. Total selling value and product. Go to General Arrow Properties, set the size and position, and apply the same formatting using Format Painter. Rename the chart title to Sales by Product. Now, let's insert a tree map chart. Add category and total selling value to the data fields. Set the size and position properly. Apply customized formatting. And rename the title to Sales by Category. And make them bold data labels and category labels so the chart is easy to read. Next, insert a donut chart. Add total selling value and sales type to the data fields. Apply the same customized formatting. Remove the legend title or rename the chart title to Sales by Type. Adjust the size carefully and set the labels to bold for better clarity. Now, let's add one more donut chart for payment analysis. Add total selling value and payment mode to the data fields. Apply the same customized formatting and rename the title to Sales by Payment Mode. Adjust the size carefully. Our Power BI dashboard is complete. We've built this dashboard step by step. It's fully interactive, dynamic, and advanced, making it easy to analyze sales from multiple angles. If you're enjoying this kind of step-by-step Power BI tutorial, please support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And one more powerful feature, using the View tab, you can change the dashboard color theme automatically. Just select a theme, and the entire dashboard updates instantly, allowing you to customize the colors based on your preference. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials.